Good evening, everybody. Chris Mock. There's Claire.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he sounds like Chris. He sounds like Chris Rock.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Good to see everybody this evening. This evening in the UK. I think it's late afternoon still in Central Time and also EST. Um, is anybody here actually in Europe, as in France, Germany? I know Christina's in Ireland. In Ireland, Christina, right?
Yep.
Okay. But is there anybody east of the UK? No, because I was going to give you kudos for staying up late because this is gonna be a late one. It's a Friday night, and I assume everyone's gonna not have much work tomorrow, so you're probably gonna be up doing your breakout rooms and doing more stuff. Um, okay, I want to jump right in because I think we have a lot of songs here. So, Claire, we're ju-
Yes.
we're just gonna go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just go. It is, yeah, 2 minutes past, and I'm sure people will come in. So I'm just going to call out the names of the songs, and if I could ask everybody to put themselves on mute when the songs are being played, and also when Claire is giving feedback, that would really be helpful. So we can really, go straight through it. So let me just, when I call out the name of the track, if you could just raise your hand so we know where you are as well. Kind of Loving. Kind of Loving, people? They haven't arrived yet. They're the main act. All right, all right. Okay, okay. Let's go for another one then. Um, Baby Blue. Baby Blue. The song is called Baby Blue.
That's us. Which one, Ian?
Darling.
There's
Okay, yeah, this is the group one. I'm gonna play the collaboration group one first, and
okay.
then, um, here we go. Let me just share the screen. So, I
Why don't you like share the audio of the computer?
yeah, let me just do that now in a sec. Sound.
Yeah, it's on my background.
Okay.
Thought I saw things perfectly clear.
Yeah, I
Nice.
like
Amazing.
that.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I really
Okay,
like that.
so who are the writers of that song? They here?
That would be me and I don't know if is Miriam on here. I don't know if she's on here.
Sally and Miriam. And
Yeah, I
anyone
mean,
else, Sally, with you? Was it just you two?
well, Christina's in our group, but she has her own version that I guess you'll hear on Monday.
Nice. Okay, awesome. So at the minute, that to me, and this is like quite a typical thing with collaboration, that song almost felt like two different songs happened. The first verse, pre and chorus felt like really clear, and I was like, oh, we really know where we're going with this. And then the second half was also great, but I didn't feel like I was listening to the same song. So this is like a really good learning for when we're collaborating with each other. Everyone's ideas are great. So then it's like, okay, but how do we meld those together so that we're incorporating all those ideas and including each other, but so the song feels cohesive as one thing. So I think the next step for you to do as songwriters together is be like, cool, we recognize that this is working and this is working. How can we make it fit together as one thing? So just off of one listen off the top of my head, the first verse and pre and chorus all flowed really well, and I would keep that as that is. I would get rid of then the gap that came afterwards, and I'd go straight into again a second verse, pre and chorus.
Right.
And then this,
I have
section.
I have three more verses.
Okay, cool.
So that they just weren't recorded yet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. We don't need too many verses because then we already have this other section that we need to use because it's really great.
Right. What do you think about using that as a bridge?
That's exactly what I was going to suggest. Yeah, because everything's working really well so far in the shape. And then that other section is also beautiful. But it felt like it didn't belong only because then we kind of didn't come back home to the chorus soon enough that we heard. So yeah, that would be my next thing is how can we then shape this together as one song so it doesn't feel like two ideas and two songwriters, it feels like one thing, which is a really hard thing to do, but you're in an amazing place because all the ideas you've got so far are brilliant. So you've got all of the pieces, you just need to shuffle them around a little bit more now to make them flow, and then just go back and check through your lyrics and make sure that everything, when you're writing from kind of two songwriters' points of view, just make sure that the tone and like who is singing this song, like who is that character, who is that person, does everything make sense for them, does the story of the song flow all the way through?
Right.
Because sometimes we might just need to go back and make little adjustments, and practice singing it all the way through, both of you, and being like, okay, does it feel good? Are there any bits that feel like weird to transition to, and then tidy those up? But yeah, really, really great work so far. This is going to be a great song. Well done.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I hope that's helpful.
Thanks.
Yeah, we have a comment here from Tyrese saying beautiful sounding song. So
yeah, definitely agree with Tyrese.
Thank you.
Let us go straight into La Darcia Walker. Are you there? La Darcia? You can go off mute if I can't see you. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you're there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm Darcy.
Oh, hey, Darcy. All right. Okay, let's play yours. Who's in your team? How many of you?
We have Rachel, Tara Lynn, Kayla, and Nina.
All right.
And Steven.
Nice. Okay. Big team.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Next time I will put these in folders.
I feel your energy sneaking, creeping up on me. Lights low, spirits high, this was meant to be. I rose from the bottom, now I'm a prodigy. Cheerful faces in the crowd, such a lively scene. Lighting it up, putting on a show. Screaming louder and louder, resurrects our soul. Coming alive in the thrill of the night, feeling the hunger, I must fulfill my appetite. I must fulfill my appetite. I feel the lights and the cameras flashing on me. Leave it all on the stage so my fans can see. I'm rising to the spotlight, no one can disagree. Success is on mine, dreams turn to reality. Lighting it up, putting on a show. Screaming louder and louder, resurrects our soul. Coming alive in the thrill of the night, feeling the hunger, I must fulfill my appetite. I must fulfill my appetite. I must fulfill my appetite. I must fulfill my appetite.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's kicking. That
Team, that was sick. Sick, sick, sick. Okay, who's doing what on that song, just so I can kind of put it together. Who's on vocals, who's on production? What's the vibe?
I am on vocals. I also did the production, and it was kind of a team collaborative with the lyrics and everything.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah,
very
we also
sick.
collaborated on the melodies here and there too.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, amazing work, team. This song is sounding so good. Like, I could literally hear that in like one of my like Spotify playlists that I listen to, like
Yay!
next to like K Tronada and stuff, and I'd just be like, woo! I wouldn't be like, I don't think this song is finished. So yeah, like amazing. I guess. I mean, it's it's pretty great as it is. I guess my only things that I could suggest to maybe if you want to push it just like a little bit more, is when you hit the second pre, Darcy, like before you go into that chorus, you're doing some ad libs in the background to lift it, which is really nice. What could be nice is if you actually switch up the melody a little bit, so because the listeners already heard the melody, so we're kind of familiar with it, so you can feel free to kind of like feel the emotion of it a bit more, and if you feel to like change the lead melody just a little bit, just to give it that little oomph and really lift the energy, like so the song just continues to grow, that could be a cool thing to try out. But I mean, honestly, like that's just like a little thing you could try that you might like. But other than that song is sounding good to me. Like,
thank you so much.
like, yeah, I'm so impressed. Like, really amazing work. Production, songwriting, lyrics, everything. Like, great work, team. You've all worked really well together on this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No
Great
worries.
job.
Well done, guys. That's awesome. I love that. All right, let's try. Let us go to Zabi. Zabi's team. Who's in your team, Zabi?
Hello.
Hi.
Well, we have a couple of people who are always here, like Margit, Lindsay, Jesse, and James. And sometimes we had someone just in and out, so it was a bit chaotic. Me?
All right.
But yeah.
All right. Let's get this.
Hallucinations are surrounding my bedroom. Hallucinations are surrounding my bedroom. Hallucinations are surrounding my bedroom. They're taking over me. They're taking over me. Hallucinations in the darkness taking over me. All I see is hallucinations. Hallucinations are taking me away.
Rain's coming down in sheets. Skies like a swollen face. My heart is made of stone, all wrapped up in old lace. Where have you gone to? Why'd you leave and how? Did I just imagine it? You're my delusion now.
Hallucinations are surrounding my bedroom. Hallucinations are surrounding my bedroom. Hallucinations are surrounding my bedroom. They're taking over me. They're taking over me. Hallucinations in the darkness taking over me. All I see is hallucinations. Hallucinations are taking me away.
Nice. Good job, team.
Yeah.
Okay, just remind me who is in the room right now that worked on that one.
Hello.
I'm here.
So Lindsay, Zabby, and then who else? I see Jeremy waving. Okay, awesome.
Marcus.
Really good team. And okay, yeah, I see you.
Ja,
Yeah,
9-9.
sick.
Igen, én 9-kor, neked meg, ja, írd meg 10-ig.
Zabby, you're,
Hi.
you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm still at work. Sorry.
Oh,
It's all good, Zabby, don't worry. He's multitasking. All right, yeah, amazing. Okay, I love the beat in this song, like, and the energy is just like driving. It's sick. And top liners, like, you are doing an amazing job. The thing that I think needs to happen to really merge it together and gel, the beat of this song is such a huge part of it. Like, with the genre of this song, the beat is driving, as opposed to like just the chords or like the vibe. Like, this really is about that dun 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 dun. So we need to lock that top line in a little bit more. At the minute, the elements, both of them, they're great. Like, we just need to lock into the feeling of that beat a little bit more and really gel them together. So spend some more time, I think, really like feeling where that pulse drives, that and then what you might find is the Lindsay, were you doing the da 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 da? Was that your part that you'd written? Yeah, awesome. What's the lyric that you're saying there?
Hallucinations are surrounding my bedroom.
Yeah, nice. So the syllables and like the words are beautiful, and like that imagery is sick. So just try and lock into that beat a little bit more. If you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 da 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 da, so you might need to lose a note or two, because now we need to, this is where, when we're working with sort of like top line and production, this is that next level of, you've got to gel the two together. It's got to feel like one song as opposed to separate things. And then I love the is it Margot, where you do the
Margaret, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing like the higher, like, yeah, that was like a beautiful contrast to Lindsay's section. I love that, how you've got the kind of this like almost like eerie da 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 da, and then we've got like this high ethereal thing going on. So yeah, beautiful elements, everyone. Production is sick. That's just what I think we need to do for the next step of this song, is really lock into that pulse and make sure everything is gelling together.
How would we go about that? Like, how would we actually build that, like, from?
So I guess a little bit depends on how I'm just gonna see what Zabby's saying. You made the production, put it in your style. Yeah, I love it. And Zabby, the production is sick. Depending on how you are working remotely, it might be a job for Zabby if you're on production. Zabby, if you're taking those vocals, just try lining them up slightly differently so they fall on the beat and they're really linking in with that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It just, I'm not a singer, so I mean, I could say them to try it, but or you think I could record like a guide melody with like
no, I mean literally taking Lindsay's vocal and just shunting it a little bit so it feels actually on the beat more, because at the minute it's like your beat's doing one thing and then Lindsay's is sitting slightly out of it. So
we're still working on it. This is Jessie. We need to practice some more. There's more that's gonna go on there, but we just needed something to present. So I'm glad you're feeling it and going with it.
Yeah, and like you're off to a great start, like, and those elements are great. So now it's just really locking in to those two elements together, the top line and the production, and making it feel like one song. So,
okay, thank you.
Good stuff, guys.
Thank you so much, Claire.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Loving that groove, Zabby. And congrats to the group. There's a question here about what genre was that last song. And then Zabby said it was meant to be dark wave, but it could be any kind of chill out music. So there you go.
Nice.
Let's get another one lined up. There's a song here called Fett. Who is that? F-E-T-T. No? Nobody in the house for Fett? Okay. Kind of Loving. Anybody want to accept responsibility for writing Kind of Loving? No. Okay, next one is Anger Man. Nobody in the house for Anger Man? Right, so we got 3 songs there. Fett, Kind of Loving, and Anger Man. Nobody? They're not in yet. Okay. Okay, so those were the last 3 that I have. Does anybody have something in the last minute that they want to present?
I sent my demo, I think, to you.
Is it your demo with the group, or is it just a demo of your demo? What we'll do is we'll do individual demos, like if we have time the last day.
I've done a revision of Wildest Dreams from last night. If
okay,
I can send across, or I can share my screen.
Yeah.
Yes, so we're trying to send like right now as we speak.
Sure, send it in. Send it in.
Love those last minute ones. Get them in, guys. Get them in.
Get them in.
So, Ian, do you want me to put it in the chat and you can download it, or do you want me to just share it?
You can actually. What you can do is you can share it from there if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just click on the audio so that we can.
Yeah. Okay, can you hear that sound?
Yeah.
I'm finding my love for you. We rewrite the stars in the nighttime sky. I'm holding on tight to you.
It's the wrong one. Sorry, this is the updated one.
Searching for you for oh so long. Feelings I have for you are so strong. Take it from me, the lock, I'm the key of nothing but time. Soon you should be mine. Built my whole world around you. I ain't lying, baby, my love is true. There ain't no denying. I just wanna be your everything. You my queen and me your king. Me and you forever. Finally free. Open your heart, let it spill over me. Please, babe, let me empty your soul. Let my everlasting love unfold. This is something that you just need to be told.
Nice, team.
Really cool. I like that.
Yeah, love it. Love the development. And I love that yesterday you guys were like, we might put a rap in there. And then here it is, like already the next night. So good.
Took your advice as well on half and the second verse.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, really cool. So what I would say now is, now that there is a rap there, so that everything feels like it's one cohesive song and that we haven't just flung a rap in that's like alien. Now the next level is for who's the vocalist on this one at the minute? The song
it's Roland.
It's Roland.
Nice. Okay, so now Roland.
Hey Claire.
Hey, Roland. Okay, so now I would like you to interact with that rap a little bit and sort of like however that feels to you, whether that's a couple of like little ad libs or just every now and then like singing the same line as the rap, like, and that brings it all together, and that makes me feel like the singer and the rapper are part of this same song together, rather than like we've just kind of stuck a rap in the song and it's got nothing to do with the person singing the rest of the song. So yeah, that's like the next little sprinkle to kind of like gel it all together. I noticed after the rap, when the chorus has come back in, and I think it's just where you've dropped it, it's not coming in on the same beat as it comes in for the rest of the song, which is just a little jarring, because you're like, oh, it doesn't quite sound the same as it did before. So if you can just line that up so it falls in on the same beat as it does in the rest of the song, then that'll fix that. Yeah, really, really nice stuff, guys. Oh yeah,
Thank you.
I knew there was one other thing. In your second verse, this is like the hard thing now. There were a couple of lines where I felt like you were almost struggling to get all the words in time. Like it felt like maybe there were like a few too many words or just a couple too many syllables for the one line to kind of jam it in there. And if it feels like you are like a singer and a songwriter, so if it's kind of tricky for you to get that flow in there, for like the average person that wants to sing along to it in their car, they're gonna be lost. So and then the challenge is, because obviously those words are all there because you're trying to say something, but I think if you can, I would challenge you just to tidy that second verse up a little bit, see if you can clean it up so it feels just a little simpler, so it doesn't feel like any lines are kind of like we're jamming a load of words in there. Do you know what I mean, Roland? Do you know those lines I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yep, I do.
So I think just those couple lines, just tidy them up. So it's just a little like easier on the ear. But yeah, sick work, this group. Like, I'm really impressed by your progression from yesterday. That's amazing. Well done, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm going to see if the other people have arrived. Let's see. There's Fet, or Kind of Loving, or Angerman. Are you here? Nobody to reclaim their song awards. All right.
Say again.
So yeah, Kind of Loving, Fet, or Angerman are the tracks we still have that have been submitted, but there's nobody. None of the groups are here. That's cool. All right, let's continue. I think there was somebody else who said that they were going to send a track in last minute. I just checked my email and there isn't anything in there. Who was that again? Was it Chimere? No.
I think it was Key.
Yes, that's the gospel group Room 11. I just had my partner send it in. I'm checking with her to see if she got a chance to send it in. If not, because I just heard the revision, and we might not be ready to share because I want everybody fairly to have their parts on there, and I don't see that BandLab collaborated everybody's parts.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we don't have any other tracks to send in and do some feedback, let's do some Q&A with Claire. Why don't we do that? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, again, I don't know, let's go back to, just songwriting, and if you have any questions about recording or anything else like that.
Yeah, hit me with your questions.
You want to put your hands up on the chat. Okay, Daniel.
I was just curious whether you're solely independent or are you signed with like publishing or anything, and if so, which do you find like most beneficial? Like,
there's pros and cons to everything, from like independent to indie to being with majors. I'm completely independent at the minute, but I do have on my solo project like a little team. So I have a producer and a co-writer, and we're working on it kind of together. And I've got to say, it is really nice to not be completely going it alone, just to have like a little team around me who also want to champion the project and kind of and collectively use all of our networks together, and also they're my really great friends, and we're just kind of really having fun creating together. So other than that, I'm independent. I've worked with a lot of publishers and labels, and managers as well. Me personally, I have found
writing on it on the 4th. I got my song. I'm ready.
Do you want to just keep yourselves on mute?
Yeah, keep you guys on mute, guys, if you mind.
Me personally, I've had managers and stuff and other teams, and for now, I have felt that what's the best diplomatic way of putting this? In short, if a team is not on the same page as you and they're not going to work as hard as you for your project, then they're only going to slow you down and you're going to get frustrated. I talked to a bunch of new artists recently and they were like, what's better, like a major label or an independent? And the same kind of goes for publishing, because you kind of have the major houses and then you have the more independent people, and there's pros and cons for both. Majors can put you in rooms and spaces that just other people can't. They have the greatest reach and impact, but the con is that you are likely to get forgotten about. You're likely to be very excited at first to be with these people and then very, very disappointed for a long time as you sit in that contract and get ignored and feel frustrated. Whereas like smaller companies, they might not have as much impact, but they might be wanting to work harder for you. At the end of the day, the most important thing is that the team, so whether that's your publisher, your label, your managers, whoever is involved in your team, is that they really understand your vision and they really believe in you and they really want to work hard for you. And they understand the level that you're at and are like wanting to like push you and grow your career and stuff. One like little thing I'd say to everyone is that I know often like a goal is that, oh, I want to be published or I want to have a manager, and that's like a goal we set ourselves, or like I want to be signed, as if that is like a marker of success.
I just want to put a loaf in the cupboard from the songs.
Well, the thing is, like, it that can happen, but you also can make it happen on your own. There is truly nothing more frustrating than to be working with people that you think, oh, this is what's going to do it, and nothing happens. Yeah, so like it really depends on the team. And I think being patient, trusting that at the right time, the right people will come along and they'll put your songs in the right places. And I definitely like 10 years ago was like, why is no one taking my songs? Why is no one publishing me? And now I look back and I'm like, oh, thank God those songs are not the ones that are out there, just because I feel like I've grown so much. And now this is the work that I want to show. So yeah. It's a very long-winded answer I gave you, Daniel. Sorry.
Oh, that was great. Thanks.
Good question. That is a good question, though, Daniel. John, I think you were next. Go on, John.
Thank you. I just want to say that, you know, I'm gonna be a music producer when I graduate high school. What college intuition should I go to so I can make music just like you?
That's such a good question. There are amazing places all over the world where you can study music and production. Where do you live, John? Like, what state are you in?
I'm in Georgia.
You're in Georgia? Okay, so like Atlanta is one of the biggest hubs of music in the world, and certainly like in America. We say like LA is for pop music, Nashville is for country, and Atlanta is for urban. So if that at all is like of interest to you, like making urban music, so like I hate that term urban, it's like, but it's like is what the industry would call it, but we're talking like hip hop and R&B, anything kind of influenced by those sounds, like get yourself to Atlanta, get yourself around as many people as you can. I'm sure any universities around there, like colleges here in the States, any music programs there, you're going to learn so much. Equally, so many of my friends that are producers, songwriters, musicians just learned from being at home, watching YouTube, coming up with their friends, learning from their friends. So don't feel that like studying music is the only way to go. Like, it's also really viable that you might want to study something else and also do music on the side. And then, because you absolutely can grow as a producer, like by watching YouTube videos, by just connecting with people, meeting other producers and stuff. So yeah, but check out what's around you. But yeah, I know that particularly you're not too far from Atlanta. Well, Georgia's.
Can I say something?
Thank you.
My hand is raised.
Is that Avery? Yeah.
Yes. How are you guys doing?
Also, we'll just come to. I think you're after Misia, so we'll get to Misia, and then is it Avery?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Misia,
we'll come back to you.
Misia, you there?
Misha, are you there?
I'm here. So sorry.
It's all right.
That's okay. It's okay.
You're good.
Okay, so my question is, in terms of working remotely with a team, for example, like our challenge, a lot of us, we're in different states, in different cities. So what would you say, like what kind of advice would you give to us if we're going to collaborate with a group of other, artists and creators, music creators and music makers that live, in different states, and even Daniel's in the UK. So we're definitely, trying to pull everything together as a team, but like what kind of feedback or direction could you give for those type of collaborations in the future?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And definitely something when we first kind of came into lockdown, and like I was only working remotely with all my colleagues and peers, and we were like, oh, this is interesting. How are we going to do this? But it's absolutely doable. And the kind of blessing that I found coming into this like new like doing remote sessions thing was, before I was flying to LA like multiple times a year to go and work with producers and stuff. And then in the lockdown, everyone suddenly realized, I don't need to fly there. We can work remotely. So I totally feel you, but it can be done. So my tips would be, I found that the best way to do it is to initially get everyone together in the same, whatever it is, Zoom session, Teams meeting, just for even a short amount of time, get everyone there, chat to each other, actually feel like you're on the same page about the song that you're going to be creating, play each other stuff that you're inspired by at the minute, that you are like, I thought we could try something like this. This is what I'm feeling production wise. This is what I'm listening to. Like, I love these lyrics. What do you guys think of this? So that you actually are starting off all on the same foot. Like, it's really hard to write a song together if like I don't even know how you're feeling and what you're into, and I'm feeling something completely different. So I'm writing this, but you're feeling that. Right. So we have to kind of conquer the fact that we're not in the same room together. So just spend that time together on Zoom, like, and then start to get some basic ideas going. So whoever's on production, play some chords. Like, are we all feeling those chords? Yeah, we're all liking that. Or if we're not, okay, let's change it up a little bit. Top liners, or whoever kind of feels like they're taking the lead with like lyrics and melody, share some of those ideas in terms of what concept are you feeling, what lyrical ideas are coming to mind, share some melodies if you have them. And then once everyone is on the same page and you've got a few ideas going, then you can go off into your own spaces. So say, often what I would do in a Zoom session is we'd get some ideas going and then we'd say, cool, let's meet back here in an hour then and see where we're at, and sit. And now that we know we're on the same page, see what comes out, instead of trying to sit like this and be like, I'm singing something over your beat. Oh, but it's out of time. Because then that can get really frustrating really quickly. And you get in those things where like someone goes to say something and then they're like, oh, wait, hold on. And it's just that awkwardness of doing online work. So take that time, go and develop your ideas on your own, come back, bring them all together, see where we're at. Cool. Go off again, come back. And it can be a longer process of like over days coming back and forth. But I found that's the best way to do it. Kind of giving yourself that time to kind of step away, and then come back. But what's so important is having those, starting off on the same foot and having those check-ins. Otherwise we're all going in different directions, and then we come back and it's like, I don't know what song this is anymore. Like, but also it's something that just comes with like practice and doing it more and more. You guys are doing something really challenging in that lots of you are working together for the first time, and building like songwriting connections and people that you have like the ability to collaborate with in like a really unique way, where you just kind of have that sensibility for each other. Like, that's something that takes a long time to develop. So the fact that you guys are coming together just sort of on the fly and making these great songs is really amazing. And it's not easy what you're doing. So if you're finding it challenging, it's because it's hard what you're doing. But yeah, it's going to be amazing for your writing development. So yeah, I hope those tips help you.
Yes, definitely. And then I guess a kind of a part two to that question is, I guess it would be important to make sure that everyone is using the same type of application. Like we have Daniel's using, I think somebody's like using Logic and somebody else is using something else. And we're using, like I'm using GarageBand and stuff. So is it easier if everyone's using the same type of application?
It depends how you're working. You don't really need to be on the same application. Like, you know, someone can be working on Logic and someone can be working on GarageBand at theirs. But then as long as you are just sending them vocal stems, as opposed to trying to send them like the GarageBand project, which is like not helpful if you're working in Logic. So just make sure that do you all know how to do that, to send each other stems from where you're working? Okay, so that's like a really important thing. So depending on what DAW you're working from, so whether that's Logic, Pro Tools, GarageBand, Cubase, however you're working, what I need you all to do is go onto YouTube, because I won't explain each individual one. But I want you to go onto YouTube and type in whatever it is, GarageBand, Logic, whatever, export stems. Okay, that's going to teach you how to download your whole file, so your melody and lyrics, everything you've sung, in one big file, so you can just send it to the next person and they can just drop it straight into their project and it all lines up. Okay, so you don't have to be like, oh no, that's not in the right place, or that. If everyone's done it right, it all lines up in the right place. So make a note. There's so many tutorials on YouTube. Like, trust me, I'm not a tech person and I have to deal with this stuff all the time. And I'm like, just let me sing and write songs. It's so easy. It's so easy to do it. Just learn how to record your vocals or record your ideas and bounce your stuff out. So bouncing stems is what you want to learn how to do, or export your audio files. If you can do that, everything will be a lot easier on the tech side. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Claire. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. I can see people on their laptops like, quick, YouTube.
Cheers, Claire, for that. All right, we got Avery.
What's going on? You guys all right?
Hey, Avery.
We're good, yeah.
How y'all doing? I got a record label and I need distribution.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys into that?
What are you asking?
I have a label. I have music. I have everything. I just need distribution. Are you guys into that?
I mean, you can distribute your own records yourself. Like, yeah. So, and do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I'm on a few platforms, but I'm failing to get my money from them when I put my music up.
Yep. Sadly, that's kind of a common theme for everyone wanting to actually get paid for their music. Sadly, the way that music streaming pays its creators, this is where we all discover like, oh, yeah, I only pay $12 a month for my Spotify and I listen to millions and millions of songs, and then we put our own music out and we're like, hang on, I'm making like $5, if that.
Right.
Yeah, that sadly is just the struggle, and I know it's like a harsh reality check to be like, I'm not making any music from my streaming, but that is sadly the reality. The best thing to do, and I know it's like it kind of feels like, I don't know, like an impossible ask, but keep putting your music out there, like consistently releasing good music, trying to build your audience. The best way of actually like making a nice old chunk of money from your music is for your songs to be used in a sync campaign, so that someone listens to your music and then decides, we're going to use this in a TV campaign, or we're going to use it in an advert. That can be picked up organically, just if your songs are starting to get a bit of traction online. What you can do though is you can kind of seek out those specific places that will take songs and sync them. So for that, you want to do some research into sync libraries, music sync licensing. Just do some Googling, try and find some independent companies, maybe try and find a company that's based in your city that maybe you can connect with on like a person-to-person basis and say, hey, I've got these songs. Do you have anything that might be appropriate for sync?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I write with no cursing.
Okay,
unless it's one of my friends or something got killed or something and I'm mad. Other than that, I write with no cursing.
Mm-hmm. Well, then yeah, you're doing great. I write with cursing and I get told, we can't play that. You're gonna have to do a new mix.
Right.
So you'll all find this when you start putting your music onto streaming services and you're like, let's go get that money. And you're like, oh, but if it makes you feel any better, like no one's making any music from streaming. Like Taylor Swift, Adele, Beyonce, none of them are making any music from streaming.
I'm finna get out of this streaming thing. I don't like it. So the thing y'all doing, do I have to collaborate with someone or? What?
In this
How does it work?
space, Ian is the person to direct you further with that.
Yeah, because I got songs already ready.
So
And I'm going to the studio today in a little bit.
okay, cool. I mean, are you collaborating with people in this
Say
Zoom
it again?
session? Are you already collaborating with other people here as part of the Zoom? Like,
No, this is my first time coming on here.
oh, okay, awesome. In that case, Ian will speak to you. Maybe afterwards we'll drop you a message and can
Okay.
kind of explain how to get more involved in collaborating
Okay.
with these wonderful
Yeah,
people right here.
I mean, I can. I'm involved a lot in sync placements. If anybody wants to talk about sync placements, Claire is as well. But I work a lot in that. So if anybody wants to discuss more about any questions about getting yourself into that, then we could do that on Monday, or even afterwards tonight. Yeah, it's an open book. I'm here to talk to anybody about that.
And you should
Cool.
all take advantage of that, because if you have someone that is willing to kind of give you a little hand and give you some advice and has a
Right.
specialty, especially in an area like that, which is like a really important pocket of the music industry, then
Yeah.
don't miss that. So make sure you take the time to bend Ian's ear.
So come back tonight for you, Ian.
Yeah, I will be here. I think I'll be here for a long for a long evening because it's Friday, and everybody's not working tomorrow. Well, most people, I think. So
I'm working
Right.
tomorrow, so
you're working tomorrow, Claire. Are you in this? Yeah, you're in this. Okay, fair enough.
every day.
Every day, every day. All right, we're like on the hour. It's 11 o'clock
Yeah,
here.
nice.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
you guys go ahead and send me that message and I'll be waiting.
We'll be here. We'll be here. So if you want to have a chat, I'll be here.
Yeah.
Claire, thank you so much. It was really cool today again. We have
Thank you. It's
one
my
more day
pleasure.
with Claire
Okay.
on Monday. Everybody, we had those 3 acts who had the tracks ready to roll. They didn't show up. So hopefully, we could play them to you, Claire, on Monday, and then
Yeah,
everybody
definitely.
else. Yeah, that's the last day. So
Yeah, and my artist name is Mr. Third Coast, Avery Henderson. That's just the email name.
okay, cool. All right.
All right. Well, thank you for having me again, everyone, and everyone that shared songs tonight. Like, thank you so much. Everyone is doing amazing work. It's so great to hear. Yeah, and I'm loving getting to know you all as writers and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off the call, but you guys carry on getting those breakout rooms, get writing. Yeah, and I will see you all on Monday.
Thanks, Claire. Take
Thanks,
it easy,
Ian.
yeah? Have
See
a
you
great
guys.
weekend. Ciao, ciao.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Claire.
Claire.